Tour de France Femmes, Stage 4. Marlen Reusser wins time trial to take yellow jersey. Marlen Reusser justified her status as the pre-stage favorite by winning the individual time trial and taking the Tour de France Femmes yellow jersey in the process on the race's fourth day. Reusser, a specialist in the discipline, finished 4 seconds ahead of Lieke Nooijen, but the story of the day was Demi Vollering. Advertisement The Dutch rider finished 18 seconds behind the race winner, but, crucially, nearly 2 minutes ahead of reigning champion Pauline Ferrand-Prevot to move second in the general classification. GC, 1 minute and 59 seconds ahead of Ferrand-Prevot in 14th and 14s behind Reusser. The time trial was a 21-kilometer route from Gevrey-Chambertin into Dijon, eastern France, with one climb of 8 km at 6.9%.
So why is everyone suddenly talking about GLP-1?
It's the hormone that helps control cravings, blood sugar, and appetite. Basically, it tells your brain you're full.
Most GLP-1 supplements out there are actually cinnamon or turmeric in a capsule,
Which don't actually support GLP-1.
Edavita GLP-1 is different. It's the first capsule with Akkermansia, a gut bacteria linked to GLP-1 release.
Plus berberine, green tea, grapeseed, hibiscus, and prebiotics to feed the good bacteria.
Scan the QR code now or visit grabdeal.us/7 to explore the details.
It therefore was not suited to the climbers and demanded a punchier racer. Elsewhere in the race, Welsh rider Zoe Bäckstedt finished fourth, only 2 seconds behind Vollering. American Kristen Faulkner of EF Education Oatley was sixth, 0.17 seconds in front of teammate Sadrine Kerbayal. The athletic breaks down the first decisive GC battle. The 2025 champion was not suited at all to this stage. While she has had success at flatter races, like winning the classic Paris-Roubaix last year, the Frenchwoman tends to slim down for summer and will be in better climbing shape than the more powerful puncheurs. That said, a GC gap of 1:59 to Vollering is significant and could change the way she rides the rest of the race. "I did my best and I pushed as hard as I could," Ferrand-Prevot said afterwards. "We will see how big the gaps are and we will make a plan. It's also good now to not be the favorite. It's like, okay, I need to catch them. It's also something I like." A fire in her belly is exactly what she needs. Ferrand-Prevot won last year with a decisive climb on the Col de la Madeleine, creating an insurmountable gap to her rivals. The 34-year-old might not be able to do that on Mont Ventoux, however, which has a different profile and fearsome as it is, has a kilometer of less steep road, which will allow climbers to regroup on. The Madeleine climb, on the other hand, was relentless all the way up. Advertisement Ferrand-Prevot will need to attack, and Wednesday could be a good day to do so. She told reporters a plan will be made Tuesday evening, and it may prove to be different to what she and her team would have anticipated at the start of Tuesday. Does Vollering have one hand on the overall win? The Dutchwoman has been consistent, chipping away seconds here and there while staying at the front of the peloton. However, this stage was less a chip, more a punch. Vollering had fallen on Monday's stage, raising questions over how she might perform for the rest of the week. Her response was emphatic, and her time trial has put a significant cushion between herself and her biggest rival, setting her up nicely for the rest of the week. With the hardest stages still to come, it is far too premature to pick a winner, but Vollering has made herself the one to beat and is clearly in form. Boxing off any GC attacks on the challenging terrain of Wednesday's stage will be crucial to defending her position ahead of Mont Ventoux. Paula Blassie said on her social media before Tuesday's stage that she would be able to push herself in the TT, freeing herself from domestique duties for one day. The 23-year-old finished one place and just over 1 second behind her team's co-leader Elisa Longo Borghini, and 18 seconds ahead of her other leader Dominika W. Lodarczyk. The congestion around the top 10 meant she was also less than 20 seconds off a top 5 finish. Blassie is clearly in form and showed it Tuesday, begging the question whether this may force her team to let her race for a stage. It is not out of the question, as the Spaniard was a domestique for the Vuelta a España, which she won by letting her legs do the talking on the tough climbs. But positioned 11th in the GC before the mountains, W. Laudarczyk is not riding badly and could pull out some great performances. Longo Borghini is also in the top 5, a position UAE will want to protect, and one which Blasi has the legs to help with. Advertisement what's coming up Wednesday. With the public's eyes on Mont Ventoux Friday, Stage 5 has slipped slightly under the radar. The day will take the peloton through 2,850 m of vertical gain, with gradients reaching 9.7% for 1.2 km at their highest, and 11.5 km from the finish, there is the Mont Brulé climb of 3 km at 7.7%. In short, it is the first chance for the favorites to spin their legs a bit more and set themselves up for the mountainous end of the week. Stage 4 Top 5. Marlen Reusser, Movistar Team, 27 minutes, 30 seconds Lieke Nooijen, Team Visma Lisa Bike +4's Demi Vollering, FDJ United Suez +18's Zoe Bäckstedt, Canyon SRAM +20's Misja Bredwold, Team SD Works Bratheim +45's overall standings. Marlen Reusser, Movistar Team, 11 hours, 47 minutes, 36 seconds, Demi Vollering. FDJ United Suez +14's Cedrine Kerbayal, EF Education Oatly +54's Sigrid Hogsett, Uno X Mobility +56's Alyssa Longo Borghini, UAE Team Elimed +1, 03.